All the world is watching the mourning of Queen Elizabeth II and the emergence of King Charles III as the new monarch of the United Kingdom. We're going to show you a tale of two different approaches to covering this story. First, American media with CNN.
In the 70 years of her being on the throne, many cultures and many faiths have flourished in these past 7 decades. But there is an ongoing, particularly in the wake of Black Lives Matter, particularly in the protests that erupted all over the world after what happened in Minnesota, here as well, in France, in other parts of these nations that had colonial servants, let's face it. People were in service to this empire. The wealth of this empire was derived on the back of the people of their empire.
On display in the palace.
Right, on display everywhere, and in the crown and everywhere. So what we're saying is that there is the generation of multicultural and diverse Britons who want this answered, who want to see their monarch finally talk about what it means and what, potentially the idea of reparations, definitely justice, right? Justice. And I think Prince Harry, and you know this better than me, Prince William, who's the Prince of Wales and the heir, the next king, he talked about it, having been criticized for a trip that he made in the Caribbean, and again, a colonial legacy, that we must have this discussion and it must be up to those countries, but it also has to be had in this country.
Wow, Meghan Markle has really let herself go. Meanwhile, over at Sky News, there's a completely different approach, and maybe it's a direct response to American progressives inserting their woke political agenda into their national mourning period.
No, and you can see the reaction when she went out on the walkabout today. I watched one of the videos quite closely, and her reaction with the British public is incredibly, incredibly awkward. And I do not blame the British public at all, because she has, as we've seen with Jackie's chip shop, we do not have people disrespect our Queen. And that is what Meghan Markle has done. She has come here, she has disrespected our Queen, she has disrespected our country, and the British people are incredibly, incredibly justified to dislike this woman. And you can see that now. People do not want Meghan Markle anywhere near these celebrations. And one of the biggest prayers I'm saying right now is, please, for the love of Jesus, for the love of our country and our royal family, Harry, please don't release that memoir. That is the last thing we need as a country. But there have been times today where William has tried to come together with Harry, and they're doing that for the sake of the country, but I don't think the country are going to be very happy. And I've seen all of these Twitter warriors this weekend saying, oh, look at the way they're treating Meghan Markle, because the Brits are racist. We don't dislike Meghan Markle because of her skin colour. We dislike her because she's trashed our country, she's trashed our royal family, and she's not a good person. That's why we don't like her. It's got nothing to do with her skin colour. And the British people are completely entitled and justified to feel that way about her.
Oh, it's almost like CNN is trying to tell the British people how best to mourn their own monarch, like they're getting it all wrong. As enticing as it is for CNN to inject critical race theory into their coverage, maybe they should dial back their colonial instincts and just let the Brits mourn without CNN's agenda.